Let's watch this news report and then come back and talk about the contents of it a little bit deeper.
We have some major news right now. Bipartisan outrage has exploded on Capitol Hill after the United States Coast Guard under Kristi Noem say that in the next month, they're no longer going to classify nooses and swastikas as hate symbols, according to Washington Post reporting. It's a bombshell of really epic proportions. They're no longer going to be recognizing swastikas and nooses as hate symbols because they could be too divisive, according to the Washington Post. And Kristi Noem, the Department of Homeland Security Secretary, who's responsible for all of this, she's getting massive pushback, massive pressure right now from Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill because this is just unacceptable to everyone.
So let's talk about this for a minute. The Coast Guard is no longer going to recognize nooses and swastikas as symbols of hate. To the people who support this administration, what's the reason for that? Give me a valid reason why we shouldn't recognize these symbols of hate as symbols of hate. Don't just blindly support. Give me a valid reason why we should no longer recognize them, and to what end, what purpose does it serve to no longer recognize them? There has to be a reason behind it, right? There has to be a cause to even look at it. Oh, wait here, this is just ridiculous. Why? Please tell me how you support such a decision. Please tell me how, since what they've been used for has been used for the kind of hate that we've seen over the course of our species, here in our own country and in Europe, how these aren't symbols of hate and why we shouldn't recognize them as symbols of hate. And I understand the swastika has religious meaning well before the Nazis used it. I completely understand that. The Nazi symbol is engraved, well, the swastika, the Nazi symbol, see, is engraved on a temple on the North Shore, just north of Chicago there. But once again, since its usage in Europe in the 30s and 40s, it has been known as a hate symbol. And people who hate others for who they are, they use that symbol to identify themselves. So what is the purpose behind, and is this Kristi Noem alone, do you think, acting this way? Or do you think this is a directive coming from high on top? Do you think this is a directive coming from the President of the United States? What's the purpose behind getting behind no longer recognizing these as hate symbols?